When I walk in the street, do you think people are like, oh my God, there's the guy who took the money. Let's get him. No. You're like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Oh my God, I loved you on TV. It's so cool.
Dear Shandy.
Welcome back to a brand new Dear Shandy Bachelor in Paradise recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing good.
Yes.
Doing good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hangovers take 2 days for me now.
Oh, Andy went out the other night.
Yeah, I went out.
You had a rager.
I had a rager.
Actually, it's such a cute story. Can I tell a part of the story?
Go ahead.
He went out with one of his oldest friends.
Yeah.
He was one of your groomsmen. You went to high school with this friend.
I did.
And he was visiting from LA. And he often brings other friends into the fold when he comes. And this time Andy put his foot down because he didn't want to be engaged in like small talk with people he didn't really know.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's you and me tonight.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so cute. Like, who wouldn't be touched by that? I'm sure he was touched. If a friend said that to me and was like, no, don't invite anyone. It's you and me tonight. I'd be like, okay.
I would too.
I just thought
and
that
it was just me and him.
It was.
And it was great. It was
Yeah.
a great time.
The way it's meant to be.
That's right.
I think
Quality
that's
time.
so cute. I also just think there's something like coming of age about that, where you're no longer like, yeah, sure, if you want to invite these other friends. It's like, you're like, no.
No, I want
I
you.
carved out this time for you. You carved it out
myself.
for me.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's
Oh,
cute.
thanks for pointing that out.
Well, Andy, do we have any housekeeping? We have to watch how much housekeeping we
No,
do.
there
Or
will
if we
be
do
no
too much
housekeeping.
people get upset.
The housekeeping today is no housekeeping.
Oh.
We did too much housekeeping last week.
I don't know if we did do too much.
Too
we just,
much.
it's just tangents.
Okay,
and
but
stuff.
today, no.
Okay.
That's the housekeeping.
Okay.
All right, get on with it. Come
Okay.
on.
All right. So episode 9 of Bachelor in Paradise season 10. I enjoyed this episode. I thought it started out kind of slow and then suddenly was really, really fast.
Yeah.
Like the second half.
Yeah.
Okay, so we pick up around Paradise with Bailey and Jeremy making out hard.
Yeah,
They are into
hard.
a PDA.
Mhm.
And Kathy's like, get a room.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we do. We do have a room.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually did get one.
Hannah Brown pulls the women for a girl chat. Honestly, I don't really...
Boring.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of this was.
She smiles a lot. I'll tell you, Hannah Brown.
Hannah
If
Brown-
you need someone to be smiling like nonstop,
You know what Hannah Brown was
she
before.
was a pageant girl.
Yes. Can you tell?
100%. You know what she should be? She should have replaced Vanna White as a Wheel of Fortune person.
Oh,
No,
but
not in this. Not a derogatory way.
It kind
I'm
of
just-
sounds derogatory. You're suggesting she should be seen and not heard, but I actually think
No.
Hannah Brown is... You didn't see her season. That's why you don't appreciate
No,
her.
I just think that to smile at that consistency, at that level,
Yeah.
is a skill. You have to like you believe her smile too when
Mhm.
she's smiling.
Yeah, but maybe that smiling that much is actually a wound. It's a sadness.
Oh.
It's a compensation.
Why'd you have to go there?
All right, suffice to say, we don't learn much here except that Kat has zero interest in getting engaged on Paradise. Again, I just thought that was interesting. I respect that. I hope that she sticks with that.
Yeah.
Okay, now Jesse announces a celebratory beachside dinner for making it this far. And you would see, I literally thought, I was like, did they send flies out to
Yeah.
disrupt Kat's dinner? I literally thought that.
You know, the flies, like Kat obviously overreacted
To the flies.
to the flies. But I will say this, flies around food,
Unpleasant.
no good. Do you know what a
Unpleasant.
fly does?
It sits on
Flies
poo.
are a disgusting animal.
Yeah.
I mean, in their own right, I'm sure they're beautiful. Other flies, flies have sex with each other, so they like other flies. But amongst non-flies,
You think the fly having sex with another fly is like, this is a beautiful fly?
absolutely.
Is
The
that-
fly has a lot of selection. If anyone has selection, it's a fly.
Uh-huh.
There's flies everywhere.
Yes.
Pick your litter. Anyway, my point
But
is
you think
is
a fly is going for the most attractive fly?
absolutely.
Or is a fly just going for the fly that
That
We'll go
allows
for it,
it
yeah.
to let it go for it?
Yeah.
That's a good question. But anyway, my original point was that a fly, when it lands on anything, it first of all tastes with its feet. This is amazing. Fly tastes with its feet.
really?
Yeah, it lands, it tastes, it shits, and then it vomits, and then it eats. It's every
In that
time.
order?
Every time.
Okay.
If it's landing on anything that's edible, including your skin
Mm.
or your sweat or whatever it's on you, it shits, it vomits, and then it eats. They can't eat solid food, so they vomit up digestive fluids to liquefy it. Then they suck it up in their proboscis. They shit if they're eating on you, then they're shitting twice.
Oh my God.
They shit the second they land. Then they shit again because they're eating. They have time. They shit like every 2 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And then they leave, and then they go another fly that they've chosen because it's very attractive.
Uh-huh.
And then they go lay their eggs in shit or a dead body of an animal.
Oh my God.
And then maggots form,
Oh
and
my
they
God.
eat the shit or the body. And then that animal lands on your food and spreads God-forsaken disease.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, flies, no bueno.
So-
That being said, I still don't kill flies. I just shoot them. And if I see them land on my food, it's over. I'm done.
You don't eat the food
Done.
anymore.
It's over. I
Yeah,
send
but
it
that's
back.
just very costly. What if it's a really high value meal for you?
I just generally I eat in areas where there are not flies.
I talk in dog food terms now. You know, you get a dog, you start training it. You're like, well, you save a high value treat for this like high value thing.
high value treats.
Yeah, and so I just said, what if it's a high value meal?
A high value meals are generally not eaten in fly infested areas, in my experience.
Yeah, but this looked like a nice beachside dinner. It looked very high value.
Yeah, but it was unacceptable.
I did think Kat was overreacting at this point, but later on, I mean, she was giving them what they wanted, right? I mean, this was just such
Yeah,
automatic
it's great.
TV. I feel like later on with the campsite, they purposely gave them the most shit infested campsite so there
Yeah.
would be the most flies.
Well, she has a
and
phobia.
bugs.
She has a legitimate bug phobia.
It was
right?
pretty funny how she kept slapping Dale. And
Yeah.
he was like,
I gotta say, his patience was admirable. I don't think I would have taken more than one slap.
there's a cute moment between Andrew and Alex.
No,
I like them together.
me too.
There's
It's a
just,
slow burn.
it
They're,
is-
they're feeling each other out. You know, they're both a little goofy.
they are.
And you got to get past the goofs to get to the romance.
I suspect both of them rarely get past the goofs. I mean, with Alex, I feel quite certain.
She's got a heavy goof.
She's got a heavy
She's
goof.
extra.
She is a little
Alex
extra.
is a little extra.
But not in a...
Not in a bad way. She's
intentional
just
way.
an extra person.
She is.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesse now announces that they have their bags packed for a reason, and it's because they are going glamping. I think this is a very loose usage of the word glamping.
I think it was
Just
a
camping.
joke. It's just camping.
This was just
Yeah,
this
there was
was
no
rough.
blood.
This was legit roughing it. It turns out it's their next relationship test. They'll have to set up their very flawed campsites. There's lots of issues with the materials
Yeah.
and navigate things like horse manure, which is blurred for
Yeah,
some reason.
what's going on with the blurring of horse manure? What world do we live in where you're not like who's going to be affected? Who's going to be traumatized by seeing horse maneuver on a TV screen?
I have no. Did you say maneuver?
Maneuver, a horse maneuver. Horse manure is a beautiful thing. It's used to fertilize. It's everywhere. Every kid, every 2-year-old has seen horse manure. It's
Yeah.
no one's like, oh, my child was so well adapted, had friends, good in school, and then the horse manure sighting,
Is
and
horse
that's it.
manure actually quite clean? No.
Yeah, horse manure is one of the best shits. If you had to like fall into a vat of shit,
Yeah.
horse manure. It really should be horse maneuver. It sounds better. Horse manure is the best shit to fall into.
Yeah. I have a weird confession to make. And I don't want to be quoted. I maybe shouldn't say this on the podcast. But that farmy smell
Yeah.
of I don't want to say straight up horse manure, but like that smell of farm where horse manure is like included in that. I don't mind that smell.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of
It
childhood.
smells rich. It smells like fertile. It
Yeah.
smells like life is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you get I call it like a really farmy cheese, like a stinky cheese I call it farmy. Like it almost has that sensation to it. Like I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah, that's a little gross. We don't see eye to eye on this.
Andy does not
situation.
appreciate sticky cheese the way I do, but let me know, Shandies, if you know what I mean. It's just like it feels very earthy and nostalgic.
So what?
And so there's something right with the world.
So
There's
what you're
something right
saying
about that
is
smell. It's not
wrong,
too sterile.
It's wrong to blur horse manure on TV.
Yes, I
Is there
agree.
an animal? Is there a shit? Like, does ABC have a list of shits and like X? Like, you can't show these shits, but you can show. Like, can you show rabbit shit? Is that allowed?
Oh, that's true. You're making a good point.
Like, is there
if
a
it's
shit
pellet,
that can be shown? If it's attached, like you know who put the shit there,
Yeah.
I think it should be blurred.
I agree.
If
I
it's an
agree.
anonymous shit, a human shit, I say don't blur it.
I agree.
But clearly, if there's one shit to be blurred, it's human shit, and I think all other shits should not be blurred.
Yeah, I feel like we're swearing too much, Andy.
Shit's not a swear anymore.
Oh, it isn't?
They say it on network television.
Oh,
They
do
say it
they?
on CNN.
Oh, the S. Isn't it funny the F word is?
Yeah.
That's like no
That's
go.
it. Shit's off the list.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can say shit as much as you want. Shit.
Okay. So Dr. Berman, a relationship therapist, will be watching and judging their interactions as they glamp. Andy, glamp. Okay, as they open up their equipment, Kathy says, "Oh, we got wine. I'm good."
Ugh, well, Kathy.
Kathy.
Kathy's one of those people who has like it's wine o'clock in her
Oh my
kitchen.
God. I was just about to say it. She has wine paraphernalia.
Yeah.
She's one of those people that has those, like it's a whole bottle's worth. Wait, how do I describe this? It's a wine glass that's the volume of a whole bottle.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I did not land that, but you guys know what I mean. Like the thing, it's like a novelty gift.
Kathy says the thing that people think. It's like when your brain's going through the roulette wheel of things you could say in response to something.
Yeah, when you're trying to be funny.
And then you see that and you're like, no, I don't need to say that. Kathy says everyone, no matter what it lands on, she says.
Okay, so lots of parts are missing for the tent. I did think this was really funny how they're like parts are missing and then you have to hammer something and there's an unreasonably small hammer and they say an unreasonably small hammer. And the hammers was so small.
It's funny.
The air mattresses have holes in them. Even their water bottles are glued shut. That was just mean.
That's silly.
Everyone needs to be hydrated.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get in the way of someone hydrating. Okay, so first up we have Keith and Kathy. She seems to be drinking and bug zapping.
Yeah.
I wrote something kind of harsh, but I do feel this way. I said, can you imagine how sick of her he is?
I don't know. He seems to be pretty keen on her.
Keith is such a good sport. But I just feel like this would become a lot after a while. Like they're together all the time.
I think it's possible that Kathy is edited for her most Kathy moments. Yeah. I think maybe when she's just relaxed and not playing to the camera, she's okay.
No, it's true. And when they do have a seat later, he says that she's the most beautiful person inside and out. You know, like he gives her a lot of compliments.
Not good enough for him. Yeah.
Keith, I think, needs a certain type of personality. Yeah. And it is so not Kathy.
No, it is not Kathy.
It's not actually a looks thing. I think it's just like an energy thing. Yeah. He needs someone much softer.
Much softer.
Yeah. He says he was supposed to be camping this weekend. He misses his girls.
But not that much.
Not enough. Next up, we have Bailey and Jeremy. Jeremy humble brags about his travels, where he's camped.
He's camped in pretty good places, though.
I know. I have to admit, I would humble brag too.
As far as humble brags go, this is a fairly acceptable one.
What was it? Guatemala?
Yeah, Guatemala and like Machu Picchu.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we'll give it to him.
It's a good humble brag.
Okay, but something does happen here that I'm not a fan of, Andy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if you agree with me.
Okay.
So every couple has 2 chairs, one of which is broken.
No.
Strategically broken because the producers are evil.
Yes.
And every guy in these couplings takes the broken chair, including in the platonic relationships.
Yeah.
So Jonathan takes the broken chair,
Right.
Keith takes the broken chair.
Yeah.
But here, Jeremy winds up on the non-broken chair. But I have to point out that it's Bailey who says, I'll take the broken chair.
Right.
And I think it's possible, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and hope that he was like, oh, no, please,
right.
I'll take the broken chair. And she's like, no, I insist. And then that was edited out.
Right. He would get a soft pass on that.
Because
But
later,
generally, this is one of those things. It's like when someone who's not supposed to pay for dinner like starts to pay and you have to literally grab their arm and stop
well,
them.
you still want that moment. Like if okay, let's say I offer to pay for dinner and the person's like, oh, sweet, thanks. And they're not like, oh, no.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
no
kind of
good.
like,
Yeah, but this isn't even, it's a coin toss who pays for this. Why am I assumed to be paying for
yes,
this?
it matters to me that someone insisted here.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that Bailey insisted she take the broken chair because later on we see footage of her. She puts her feet up on him and he's like, oh, are you okay? Have you found a comfortable position in the he doesn't say this, but like in the broken chair. She's in the broken chair. And I'm that's very unchivalrous.
It's definitely a weak move. But I will say this, the comfortability you must have in a relationship to allow that to be says something on both ends.
Yes.
Because for him to do that, he's got to be comfortable enough to be like, you know what? I can be a pig for a second. And for her to let that happen, she's like, I'm comfortable enough to know that this isn't a deeper meaning thing. He's just being, maybe he has a bad back or maybe he's just like, you know what? If she insists I take the good chair, I'm going to take it. No big deal.
Yeah.
But it's still a weak move.
This stood out to me. Like I would notice this.
Yeah.
Like we want the guy to be like, no, you mustn't. He must use that word too.
Cozy, cozy, cozy earth. Cozy, cozy, cozy earth. Cozy, cozy, cozy earth is what I want on my body.
This song you made up on the spot like 2 years ago is still a classic.
Thank you.
The Cozy Earth on My Body song. There is nothing like Cozy Earth on your body.
Oh.
Because Your skin don't lie. My skin knows softness from scratchiness.
Yeah.
It knows quality from poor quality. It knows cooling from stiflingly hot. And Cozy Earth, their products are made from viscose from bamboo, which is breathable. Their bed sheets are incredible.
And you get to wear these lounge pants.
Yeah, the lounge pants you've been wearing for every recording since this podcast. Well, okay, not since the beginning of Dear Shandy, but since about 5-6 months in when Cozy Earth was one of our earliest sponsors.
And
they sent those joggers.
It's this pair.
Yeah, the same pair. It's
This is not a renewed pair.
It's true. It's the same pair.
Should I be ashamed?
Certainly not, Andy, because we want things that stand the test of time. Quality over quantity. Who needs multiple pairs of joggers if you have one excellent pair that you can wash over and over again and still looks brand new? And the same could be said for our sheets, our towels, our pillowcases, our pillows, and we now have 2 blankets from Cozy Earth.
And we're about to buy a new Cozy Earth built home.
Honestly, if they sold homes, I would be interested.
So head to CozyEarth.com and use code Shandy for up to 40% off.
That's CozyEarth.com, code Shandy. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to let them know that we, Dear Shandy, sent you.
Because your bed should be more than just a place to sleep. It should be your happy place.
Cozy Earth makes that possible. So, Andy, you know what's waiting for us in the fridge right now for when we're done this very recording?
A human head.
Something far more appetizing. Factor. Our Factor meals.
Oh, that's your comeback.
So Factor meals are chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that have never been frozen. They are delivered to your door. They could not be more convenient. And what makes Factor so cool is not only does it have the restaurant taste we talk about, Andy, it has a step up in terms of taste and texture, because texture is also important. It doesn't have that sad, previously frozen limpness to it. The green beans have crunch, in other words. But on top of all that, you can abide by whatever diet you've been trying to stick with. So let's say you have been going vegan. Let's say you've been going keto. Let's say you're trying to have more protein in your life.
And by the way, it's not just diets. It's also different cuisines around the world.
No, it's so true. They have new Asian-inspired flavors. These are new. I'm excited about these. They have Chinese, Thai flavors, and 97% of Factor customers said that Factor helped them live a healthier life.
And 3% are stupid.
Yes. So eat smart at factormeals.com/Shandy50 off and use code Shandy50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year.
That's code Shandy50 off at factormeals.com to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year.
Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor.
Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Okay, Dale and Kat now, this is basically her freaking out about the bugs. And at first I did think she was overreacting, but that as it got worse and worse and I saw her crying and I saw some of the bugs, I was like, okay, first of all, I do think that they targeted her. You know, they put her in the most buggy spot. There's no question. But I actually, like, I felt for her. Like, if I think about, like, some of my phobias and being faced with it in that way, I think I would just...
She's crying.
She was
You
bawling.
gotta respect it. If she's crying, it means it's bad.
Yeah, well, some people cry pretty loosely.
She wasn't fake crying.
No, I don't. She was definitely not fake crying. I actually loved how Dale handled this.
Beautifully.
He looked like such like a nature man. He was like topless and like glistening. You notice that? He had like tools in his hands.
He was glistening.
He really
Such
was.
a glisten.
And he made her like a nest as the doctor called it later on.
This is where Dale shines.
Yes.
Dale likes to rescue the damsel in distress. He wants to be the hero. He's great in this role.
He really was. I mean, and he was so patient and understanding.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a very good showing on his part.
When he's allowed to be the hero, he always wins.
Okay, so Alex and Andrew, now they act out the last kiss of their life, which later on, so the next day the doctor points out is like, you know, cute and funny and they work together well, but that they don't have like a chemistry, like a sort of like, I want to have sex with you chemistry. But I guess I read this wrong. I'm not the expert, but like I saw their discussion about this last kiss on Earth as being quite adorable. And she's like, oh, you're going in with all that tongue. Like, oh, da, da, da. I don't know. I think there's something really romantic about being able to laugh while your mouths are on each other.
Yeah.
There's like a real intimacy in that.
I agree. And they're also in front of cameras.
Yes.
I think they're both slightly awkward people or not even awkward, just normal people who don't feel like having passionate makeout sessions in front of a bunch of cameras.
Totally. Spencer and Jess, of course, they're just cute from start to finish. No issues there. And then Jesse arrives to the tune of monkey sounds to tell them they can go to sleep at the resort.
The monkeys.
I was really hoping they would have to sleep out there, I have to admit, because I'm
Yeah.
sick. Okay, so now it's the next day. They meet Dr. Berman. She gives them her assessments. She says, I thought this was interesting. She says about Jonathan and Leia that Leia would be interested if Jonathan were interested. Do you think she knew that already, or could she tell?
I think it's obvious. I think anyone could tell.
Yeah, I felt it. I didn't know if this needed to be said, though.
Yeah.
I just
but-
thought it was a little like, ooh.
It was like kicking Leia when she's down.
Exactly. Bailey and Jeremy, lots of chemistry, but she questions how aligned they are. And Jeremy is pretty dismissive of this. And it says next to his name here that he has a PhD in shut the F up. I kind of like this about Jeremy, is that he's not like, oh, I wonder what that means. He's sort of like, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care what you say. We're good together.
Yeah. It was also, I feel like, to be honest, I think that Dr. Berman was asked to give something negative about them,
Yeah.
where I believe,
Well, about all of them, frankly.
I believe that aside from the chair situation,
Yeah.
there wasn't much to convict.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, this is a controlled environment, as she said, right?
Yeah.
And so she's, for example, with Spencer and Jess, she's like, okay, you worked together well, everything was great, but this was a controlled environment. It doesn't represent the real world.
Right.
But then meanwhile, with Jeremy and Bailey, it's like, oh, you're not aligned, but she's not adding that it's a controlled environment.
Right. I think she was a little forced, the
Yeah.
criticism. Not to say that there isn't criticism
Should
of
be had.
Jeremy,
Yes.
but criticizing their relationship with that evidence was
also
weak, I thought.
criticizing the fact that he likes camping and she wants a 5-star resort. I know it wasn't criticism, but she's not sure they're aligned. I feel like that could be applied, that exact comparison.
Like 90% of
exactly.
relationships.
I mean, so many couples
Yeah.
out there, one person probably wants to go camping, the other one wants resorts.
There's always a camper and a non-camper.
Yeah.
Every relationship.
Oh, I'm the camper in this relationship.
Yeah, strangely
Believe it or
enough.
not.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone would think it's the other way around.
How often have you offered to go camping? How often you? Yeah, every couple.
All I'm saying is that if you wanted to go camping, I did book us glamping at near the Grand Canyon.
So if I got you like some camping, just pitch a tent for your birthday, we just camped in the middle of the woods, you'd be okay
I
with
would be
that?
down.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's very nostalgic for me.
Mm.
I went to camp as a child. Lots of
I
pitching.
did too. I went to music camp.
I know, but your music camp wasn't like, it
It
sounded
was a
kind of
regular camp.
I don't know. It
We
sounded kind
pitched
of
tents.
really.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
We also went camping.
And
Dun, 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 dun.
okay, Kat and Dale. Dr. Berman talks about Dale's hero complex. He's generous, chivalrous, but when he feels unable to be the hero, he shuts down and gets angry. But overall, they end up winning this. I think because they overcame more. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Spencer and Jess, it was just sort of like peachy keen the whole time. Okay, so Kat and Dale go on their hard-won date. They sip drinks from pineapples, or Andy, as you call them, berries.
Nice callback.
He says she feels like home. She says she feels safe with him. Lots of slow-mo of them making out in the water. So we're really being sold heavily that Kat and Dale are a solid thing in this episode.
We sure are.
How do you feel about that?
Undecided, leaning, yes, but
Mhm.
I feel like based on history, I'm not going to be fooled just yet.
Back at Paradise, Spencer and Jess are talking timelines. Okay, this is a big talking point in this episode because she says she wants to be having kids. She wants to be in the process of
Be
having kids
exiting her body.
at 30.
Yeah.
And okay, which even that, by the way, to me feels like such a thing you say in your 20s.
Yeah, totally. You have a timeline. It's like this.
I
it's like
wanna
the
be
year of
doing
30
this-
will be kids
Yeah.
being had.
Yes, because
It
I
is
remember
cute.
when I was like, oh, I want to be doing this at this age and that at that age. And then you kind of reach that age and maybe you're like, oh, maybe I have a different idea of what I want for myself.
You don't determine your clock.
No, and
Some
I don't. We
people
don't mean biological clock here.
Any
It's like
clock.
general clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says that's too late for him.
Too late.
Too late. He wants kids pretty much in the next 2 years, and his lease is up in September, and he's talking about her maybe moving in right away, and she's like, "Oh, whoa." Spencer, I mean,
That's pretty hardcore.
it is a little hardcore.
I mean, they're on Bachelor in Paradise, and he's basically saying, like, in 3 weeks, you're going to be pregnant.
he's he's a real
And living with me.
He's a real romantic, and while I want to criticize him, there is a scene we see later on with him and Andrew in the room, and Andrew's like, "You got to say you're falling in love with her, man."
Yeah.
That's like kind of in this way that I was like, Andrew, why would you suggest that to get your way? But Spencer's like, no, I don't want to. I know I love her. I don't want to freak her out.
Oh, so that's telling too. It shows that Spencer's not super sure that Jess is really into him.
Yeah, it's true. He's like,
yeah, when you're scared,
he knows he's more excited than she is, so he's kind of like playing his cards right.
When you say one of the reasons why saying I love you feels so good for the first time in a relationship is 90% of the time when you say it, you know that it's going to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
Like very rarely does someone just go like, you know what, I'm just going to say I love you. And the person's like, what? What are you talking about? That rarely happens. So usually you say it because you know it's about to be reciprocated.
Totally.
And he's not there.
He doesn't know if it's going to be reciprocated.
I think that's very telling.
Totally. Well, in the evening, they talk more about this. And he's very I think he is understanding. He says when he wants something, he has blinders on for it, but he's happy to go at her speed. I mean, as expected, this is kind of a nothing burger. It was a bit more of a burger than I thought it was going to be honest, based on the previews. But something she says here stood out to me. She says the thought of going back to California and him going back to Texas makes her sad. And we couldn't believe that he was the one from Texas.
Isn't that crazy?
She's clearly not from California.
Right.
But yeah, just something about her saying that. I was like, does she have those mixed up?
We had to rewind like 3 times.
I know. We didn't believe it.
It's like, it's impossible.
Okay, Alex and Andrew now. She says she has a hard time with the L word. She wants to make sure it's real when she says it. And Andrew in his voiceover says, I've never said I love you to someone on television.
Me neither.
She starts to say she's falling in love with him, but she's having issues with it. And so he's like, no, I'll do it. And he says he's falling in love with her. And then she's like, oh, I feel the same way. And while kissing now, he says, you love me? And she mouths, I do love you. And this was just so cute.
It was cute.
I love them together.
Yeah.
These are two people who don't do this just for TV.
Yeah.
They're too awkward to do it for just TV.
They got taken by it. They were like, oh, this is just a joke. And then they're like, wait a minute. This is happening.
Doesn't it feel that way? And also, I loved even the chivalry in him seeing, like knowing what she was going to say and her struggling to say it first. And he's like, no, I got this.
Yeah, it was cute. Touching. Rarely touched in this show.
And then it even ends with a laugh because she walks off and he's like, I can't join. She's like, do you have a boner? I beg to differ on Dr. Berman's assessment of these two.
The boner tells all.
Yeah, I think that you can sometimes start with laughs first, not I want to rip each other's clothes off first.
I agree.
Okay, so the two couples mainly on the chopping block, or the two guys rather, are Jonathan and Keith. Jonathan, I mean, I feel like sad that Jonathan and Leia went home because I actually think Jonathan I would like to have seen more of him in this setting if it were not a romantic relationship. I feel like he was targeted simply for not being in a romantic relationship with Leia, but actually I think he's a pretty good game player.
Yeah.
Like a social game player. And he's like strategizing openly with Leia about how they have to up their social game. Like you don't want to vote out your friend, right? And then you see this montage of him like, like being just so charming and charismatic with everyone. I was like, Jonathan.
Yeah, he's good. He should be on Survivor too.
Yes.
He's made for Survivor.
Yes. This is a reference to our perfect match recap where we thought Rachel Recchia in challenges would be great on Survivor.
She should be on Survivor.
But Jonathan, like social wise.
Right. But the problem is this version of Survivor, social does not win all.
No.
You have to be in a good relationship too.
Yeah.
Sort of. You have to be at least in a believable relationship.
Yes. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good you are strategically.
If he were a true game player, he would pretend to be into Leia just to win that money. But he's not that bad. He's not that evil.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
I mean, but how bad that would be like so sick and twisted if he did that.
How do you know that there isn't at least one or two other couples that are doing that?
No, you're making a good point.
Yeah.
Well, they were coupled up before they found out about the money, but you're making a great point. What's the difference almost?
Yeah.
It's like originally we thought the prize was making it to the end of the show, and now there's a real cash prize. It's like, yeah, we'll pretend to be together.
Why not?
Or one of them.
Have you not done what
Okay,
would you not do worse things for $500,000?
Okay, so who's the most likely person in a couple on this season to do that?
Kat and Dale.
I think it's either Dale or Jeremy.
I don't think it's Jeremy. I think Jeremy's mischaracterized. I don't think it's him.
Getting closer and closer to your big prize, Andy.
I'm just saying, I can smell
the
it.
big fish.
I can smell it in the air.
So what's your prediction for Jeremy? You think him and Bailey are going to end up together? Is that what it is?
Yes.
And that everyone's going to actually fall in love with them together?
That's the ultimate prize.
Yeah.
But, I'll be patient.
Because you're right. If the couple runs off together in the sunset, was the guy ever really that bad?
Right. Well, how long do they have to go into the sunset before forgiveness is given and then forgiveness bleeds into celebration?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah.
10 years? They have to have a family together? Like be buried next to each other. By then, be like, okay, they got buried next to each
They
other.
have like 3
Jeremy's
kids.
all right.
He's still getting hateful comments.
Yeah, the kids are giving their eulogies. And you're like, yeah, you know what? Jeremy wasn't that bad a guy.
Okay.
By the way, what would you do for $500,000 that's not nice? What's the limit?
That's a very good question.
I can think of a bunch of things I would do that are morally questionable for $500,000. Nothing crazy. Like, for instance, $500,000. Old lady with a cane needs my help crossing the street. I said, go yourself. Easy $100,000. You don't do that? Say go.
Is there someone else who can come along and help her?
There's 3 bystanders within earshot.
Uh-huh.
She says, young man, can you please
but
help
let's
me?
say,
I say, go yourself.
Let's say
and I
you
keep
have
walking.
to like knock the cane out of her hand.
No, I don't do it.
See, exactly. So okay.
No,
okay.
it's just an embarrassment. I'm shamed in front of people. No one gets hurt, but someone else is going to walk her across the street.
Yeah.
But I'm shaming myself, making myself look like a terrible person. These 3 people will forever think that this person they saw was a terrible person.
That's really hard. Okay, so I have mixed thoughts on this because I've learned about myself that I'm not really a competitive person when it comes to this sort of thing, like the bluffing, like going up to someone's face and being like, oh, I'm like, it's sort of like, it's lying, for lack of a better word. You're lying to get ahead in some way. That's the aspect of Survivor that I would really struggle with. Meanwhile, just the physical challenges, like the racing, the puzzle solving, that kind of thing. I am pretty competitive in that because it just feels much more like merit based.
Right.
But when it comes to just duping other people, I would have a hard time with that.
Yeah, it's hard.
So I feel like there is nothing I wouldn't try physically or like from a challenge standpoint.
So
But when it comes to like,
I wouldn't eat something that a bunch of flies had landed on. That's $8 million.
8 million what?
$8 million.
8.
Something that flies have been hanging out on like all day, just hanging out,
yeah.
like a piece of food now. That's $8 million.
Oh, give me a break. You wouldn't eat something that flies had been, you'd be fine.
No.
They're just flies, Andy.
$8 million.
So you would tell an old lady to go herself, but you wouldn't eat the thing that flies had been on.
Yeah, because I have a serious
that might be
chance
that
of
old
getting
lady's
very
last.
sick.
That might be her last day on Earth.
Yeah, and maybe that will give her the kick in the ass she needs.
To what?
Didn't think that one through.
To live another day.
I would get her address. I'd give her $50,000.
Okay, so there's an interesting subplot happening here where Keith is homesick. He's telling the guys, he's telling Spencer and Andrew that he's homesick. He's pretty much like, vote me home.
Yeah.
He said he's even voting for himself. And he tells Kathy this. And it's so interesting. Kathy, instead of being like, you miss your girls, I totally understand. You should go home and be with your family. She's like, let me talk to Alex. She goes and tells Alex to go and talk to Keith about how much his presence there means to all the young ladies.
Such a scummy move.
It's so scummy.
Now, let me ask you this question. Is that any worse than not walking the old lady across the street? He's missing. She is literally orchestrating him missing
a camping trip with his children.
And let's be honest, at this point in his life, I'm not saying that he's about to die. I'm just saying these moments in this stage of his life with his children are they're irreplaceable. They're once in a lifetime.
Why are you acting like he's
not long for us. He's not long for the earth.
No, he's joking.
No, he's not. He's fine. But I'm saying is, how many more times is he going to get the opportunity to have this wonderful camping trip with his daughters? Who knows what happens? Who knows what happens? Why are you making this so dark?
I don't know. You're the
Maybe
one
they
that
grow up. They move to different parts of the country. They get married. They have kids. Who knows?
You know what? You have a point. Not in like I agree. I'm taking it too dark, but you have a point.
as you get older and, it sounds like his daughters are like grown, right?
Yes.
As they get married, have their own kids and maybe move to different places, it gets harder and harder and harder to do things like this.
She is taking from him what could be, theory,
yeah,
a once in a lifetime opportunity to have a beautiful camping trip with his daughters.
Well, it's not once in a lifetime. He said he goes camping with his daughter.
But this could be the last one in his lifetime. No, I'm just kidding. He's not that golden, right?
No, he's not.
Like
he's
low-end golden.
I think you had
He's
complaints about Keith's
silver.
goldenness.
Yeah, he's not that golden.
On his season.
Anyway, my point is
move.
this is a scum move.
Yeah. If he wants to go home, let him go home.
And you know what's even scummier? I actually don't even think that Kathy wants the $500,000. I think Kathy's fine financially.
I think Kathy's a producer pet.
I think she wants to stay on TV. She wants
Yeah.
the TV time, and she's willing to throw Keith under the bus for it.
I also think, Kathy, isn't she host of one of their podcasts?
I think so. At least I said Kathy she's gonna have her claws on ABC for as long as those claws are around.
Yeah, as long as they'll have her.
Yeah.
I do feel like I can picture Kathy just having like a regular meeting with producers while this is going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Being like, what do you want me to do?
Absolutely.
And they're like, you're our last standing golden couple.
Yeah, you
we
gotta
might
keep
have
Keith.
Yeah, and I can picture them, the reason they even made this golden wing of the Bachelor in Paradise is because Golden Bachelor was a huge success, like a shockingly huge success. And I think that they were expecting a portion of their audience to come and watch Goldens fall in love.
They lose Keith, they lose the Goldens.
I wonder. I don't know. But to be honest, are people still are like boomers still watching this show because of Kathy and Keith?
Honestly, it's such slim pickings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a shadow of a shadow
Yes.
of what the Golden Empire represents.
Totally. But, I feel like in their mind, before this ever came to air on our TVs, it's possible that was a thought for them.
Yeah.
And I can picture them also just wanting a bit of the push-pull. It's like if
Sure.
Keith is talking to everyone about how he wants to go home, then you don't have there's no show, there's no tension. It's like, oh yeah, Keith's going home.
So think about in the end what Keith got for this. Keith got one extra whatever of measly screen time.
Oh, but he got to feel so good because we had Bailey, we had Alex, we had Jess telling him how much he means to them.
That's true.
He's the father
That's
figure
also
there.
once in a lifetime.
And it makes them feel confident in the men that they're dating, that he gives them their stamp of approval.
You know what? You're right. Maybe this was a wash for
I mean,
him.
Keith is such a sweetie. Like, he's such a softie.
I know.
When they were telling him this, he was like...
Of course he only has girls.
Yeah.
How can a man like that bear male children?
I mean, he reminded me a bit of my dad, to be honest. Who's also a girl dad.
Reminds everyone's dad.
Yeah.
Every girl dad is Keith.
Yes.
A good girl dad.
That's true. That's just important to
That's very
differentiate.
important. So Sharleen, there was a time in our dark past where dog food was just dog food.
Yes. It was just kibble.
It was synonymous with crappy food.
It's so true.
Now we eat our dog food. No, okay, not
We
that
don't
far.
quite, but honestly, if we were quite hungry and a little bit desperate, we would eat our Sunday's food for dogs. The ingredient list you can read off. Why don't you read it for us right now, Andy?
Beef, beef heart, beef liver, beef bone, quinoa, pumpkin, fish oil, sunflower oil, zucchini, kale, flaxseed, salt, parsley, dried kelp, dried chicory root, turmeric,
It's crazy. You can
blueberries, carrots, apples, tomato, shiitake mushrooms.
Yes, it keeps going and going on. And you can pronounce every single ingredient. These are all
broccoli,
ingredients.
orange, cranberries, spinach, beets, cherries, and last but not least, guess.
Strawberries.
Yes.
Ah, I've licked before. So what makes Sundays so unique is that it is human grade dog food. I mean, you heard the ingredient list. You could eat every single one of those items, but it is air dried. So most human grade dog foods you have to freeze them, you have to defrost them, keep them in the fridge. You have to babysit this food so it stays the right temperature. This has been air dried, so it functions in your life like kibble. You can see that we keep ours in this fancy canister and we just scoop some out whenever it's mealtime. Ruby absolutely loves it. She looks amazing. Her poops look amazing. I mean, what more do you need?
So get 40% off your first order of Sundays.
Go to sundaysfordogs.com/Shandy or use code Shandy at checkout. So Andy, before we got rolling on today's episode, we actually were talking about the cost of everything these days.
It's rough.
Everything's expensive.
Going up fast.
And you were actually, what were you calling it? Sneakflation?
Sneakflation.
Yeah, how grocery stores are just sneakily raising the prices on everything in a way that you might
Slowly
not
but
notice.
surely. And wouldn't it be nice to have Rocket Money there in your corner?
Yes, helping you manage your finances, helping track your spending, cancel subscriptions maybe you've forgotten about. They lay out your entire financial picture with their easy to digest dashboard. I love the dashboard. I'm like, oh, I can understand this. Because frankly, I am not a money or numbers person. They monitor your spending and also even help lower your bills. So you could take a photo of a bill, let's say your phone bill. I did it with my phone bill, and you send it to Rocket Money and they will negotiate a lower bill for you and even deal with customer service.
And rockets tend to explode eventually. Not to be confused with Rocket Money, which just puts rocket fuel into your money.
Yes.
So,
Nailed it.
that's it. And it's a wrap.
So Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
Rocket Money's 5 million users have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions.
With members saving up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features.
So cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money.
Download the Rocket Money app and enter our show name, Dear Shandy, so they know that we sent you.
Don't wait. Download the Rocket Money app today and tell them Dear Shandy sent you. So, Sharleen, let's be honest. Mentally health speaking, not a great world to live in right now.
No, it's upsetting. There's a lot to be upset about.
Yeah.
And that's why we are big proponents of looking after your mental health with a therapist. And that's why we love Rula. Rula is on a mission to make mental health care accessible.
Rula makes it easy to do something that is not easy.
No, it's not. I would know because I found my therapist without Rula years ago. And it was actually one of the most difficult things to do. Just to filter through all the things without a network connecting you like Rula does. And what's so cool about Rula is they take most major insurance plans. So the average copay that people pay on Rula is $15 per session. I think that's how it should be, frankly.
A drink.
Yeah, basically a drink. And here in the city, I mean, it's like not even an expensive drink.
No.
But seriously, you're paying for your health insurance anyway. Shouldn't your mental health be covered? It's all connected.
Unless you think they have only a handful of therapists available, they partner with a network of over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists.
Isn't that nice? That's good.
And they're easy to find.
You want selection. So thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and well-being.
Go to Rula.com/Shandy to get started today.
After you sign up, they'll ask where you heard about them, support Dear Shandy, and tell them we sent you.
Go to RULA.com/Shandy to take the first step towards better mental health today.
You deserve quality care from someone who cares. Okay, so now we have our voting, and we hear Keith in a voiceover say he regrets telling the guys now that he wanted to go home because he has a purpose in being there now, and he is voting for Jonathan.
Wow.
Okay, so at our rose ceremony, obviously it's mainly between Keith and Jonathan, and then it turns out to be a tie. I thought this was such a good callback. So it's a tie, and because Dale had won, he's the one who decides whether Jonathan or Keith is not getting that rose. This was
Worked out
juicy.
beautifully, yeah.
This was really juicy.
Yeah,
and
got his revenge.
He did. I enjoyed this.
Served cold.
Yeah, it was served cold. I mean, that felt like a million years ago.
Yeah.
What Jonathan did to him.
Yeah, served flies on it.
Oh.
Buzzing.
So yeah, he gives Keith the rose, who gives it to Kathy. And then Jonathan and Leia go home. And I wrote, we lose another good TV couple. Because, you know, I do really like Keith. Kathy's okay. But I think Jonathan and Leia are a better TV.
And can we take a moment to award Leia with the most improved player?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's fair to say improved because I feel like we just didn't get to know her.
Yeah, but
on Joey's season.
Let's be honest.
Like, I know she went from someone that I was like, oh, her, like who's that? To being like, I want to like hang out with Leia.
I'm sad that Leia is gone.
Yeah,
I want to see more of Leia. And there was a time when I was sad that she wasn't gone.
It's true. It's totally true. Okay, so now it's the next day. Wells delivers a riddle and a dagger. Everyone there is bad at riddles, so they don't get it. But I gotta say, was this even a solvable riddle?
I have no idea. I'm terrible at those riddles.
I'm so bad at riddles.
Yeah.
We both, that's one of our escape room weaknesses.
Yes, riddles.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard riddles.
They are.
Yeah.
I think you have to sort of like use your brain in a different way.
What skill set is that to be good at riddles? Is that true intelligence?
Doesn't it feel like it's sort of like reverse pun?
You know what I think
it's like a reverse pun.
But I think if you, whatever the part of your brain that's able to take a bunch of pieces of data, organize them very neatly in your mind,
Yeah.
and then grab from your knowledge base things that would apply to all of those facts.
Yeah.
That's the intelligence. And I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah. I don't possess.
But
I
you
think it's the
understand, like,
same.
it's good recall of catalog.
I think the way to train that skill is to do crosswords.
Yeah. Crosswords.
Like
good.
my brother-in-law is amazing at those, and my sister, who's married to him, isn't. Like I'm like her. Like we were talking about how she was trying to remember the name of a book, and she couldn't remember the name to save her life, but she could remember the cover exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how I
Photographic
am.
memory.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I'm like, I remember there was a man in the corner there, and then there's these trees in the background, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember the name of the book. If it's multiple choice, even if there's like 100 options, we could get it.
Yeah.
But when it's just coming up with the thing based on
It's-
all the years of like memory and knowledge that you have in there, it's like,
It's totally, riddles and crosswords are cousins.
yes.
Yeah. And really what it is the ability to.
It's recall.
It's recall. You can recall your catalog of all knowledge very quickly, and it's good association. It's like you can say, like, this is a thing, this phrase
Yeah.
is a thing that relates to this general group of things, and I'm going to go right there.
Yeah,
and you
there
go
it
and you
is.
just like
Boop,
you
got
swipe
it.
here, you look at it, you're like, oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's a great intelligence.
That-
That's good for conversation too. I'm
Totally.
losing that.
I actually
my
feel like-
catalog's gone.
No.
I got nothing.
No.
It's
You
gone.
have a good catalog, Andy.
All the facts. I have like half as many good facts as I used to have. I can feel it dwindling.
No. You
Oh.
have so many facts. You share them all the time. Shandy's often want you to stop sharing your facts.
This is a humble brag.
Okay, so now we have our next relationship test. It is sharp opinions. So Jesse asks pointed questions about character, and the contestants have to express their honest opinions anonymously by stabbing the figures representing the other contestants in the back.
This is, by the way, great challenge.
I love this challenge.
Great. The best, maybe one of the best non-survivor challenges I've ever seen on TV.
Yeah.
Dating shows.
Yeah, this was fantastic. Does it feel, was this taken from anything else?
I've never seen anything like it.
I thought this was excellent. I agree. This was a really juicy challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, we form our opinions being on this side of the screen based on an edit, but how interesting when the people living with these people vote like in the,
Yeah.
in the majority a
You
certain
get to
way.
see behind the curtain.
Yes.
This, you should take very seriously what you see here. But the thing is, it's not necessarily that they know something.
Mm,
It's that there's a reason why they all feel this way.
yes.
And what's also interesting is it incentivizes the group to vote accurately.
Yes.
Because there's camaraderie.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about being the only person who did something.
Totally. No, this was really, I agree. I loved this challenge. It was,
Yeah.
to me, the best challenge, maybe tied with the walkie-talkie one last week, if the
Yeah.
walkie-talkies had worked. By the way, lots of Shandys agreed with me.
Yeah.
They're like, I was also bothered by the walkie-talkies, Sharleen.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot.
Yeah, no, you were the one that told me to stop talking about the walkie-talkies.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid.
Okay, so 2 women will be voted to not get roses, by the way, at this coming rose ceremony. So some of the questions here are, whose childish antics are most likely to turn their partner off? I would have thought Kat would have won this, but actually Alex and Andrew.
Mm.
So it's as a couple, by the way. So
Yeah.
if one person gets it, the couple
That
gets
wasn't
the
too
votes.
surprising.
Whose trust issues will eventually sour the relationship? This was Kat, so Kat and Dale.
Yeah.
Who has the worst codependency issues? Spencer.
This was interesting.
Who-
This was interesting.
Yes, it was interesting.
Not surprising, but interesting. We found out what the flaw with Spencer is.
Yeah, assuming this is accurate.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think codependency is an interesting. Like, I sometimes feel like we're a little codependent.
Yeah, but it's hard to be able to make that assessment in 17 days. And if you're making that assessment unanimously,
Yeah.
it suggests that it's pretty strong. you
Yeah, but they
know?
had to choose someone, though.
Well, he's the most codependent.
Yeah, no, it's true. Okay, who is most likely to be talking to an ex or secretly has an eye for someone else? Jeremy gets the most votes. Who's keeping the most secrets or something big from their partner? I thought this was interesting. Alex and Andrew.
Weird.
I wasn't expecting that. Who is more motivated by money than love? Jeremy. Who is most likely to cheat once they leave? Jeremy.
Anti-Semitic.
Who? I think he earned it, Andy.
Mm.
Who really doesn't deserve to be here? Keith. And then this wraps with a lot of rain and an AI storm. Okay, back at Paradise now. This is so interesting. So this is going into a rose ceremony that same evening. So things are starting to move really fast. They just had a rose ceremony the day before. Kat and Dale and Spencer and Jess seem to form an alliance. Meanwhile, Andrew and Alex and Bailey and Jeremy form an alliance. Is that what you would have expected? Because, I would have expected Spencer and Andrew to form an alliance because they're roommates. And I would have expected Dale and Jeremy to form an alliance because they're bromance or bro code.
Right.
So yeah, this sort of caught me off guard. And
Wait, sorry, who formed the alliance?
Kat and Dale and Spencer and Jess. And then meanwhile, in another room, we have Alex and Andrew and Bailey and Jeremy. I think it might be because Alex and Bailey are really close friends.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
Isn't
that's
that
what
interesting?
it is. That's what it is.
So it was actually the girls.
The girls got that foursome together.
Kathy and Keith, meanwhile, are talking. They're not in an alliance with anyone. She says she wants the winner to need the money. I can see that. Yeah. If I were Keith and Kathy in this setting, I would also want that. I'd be like, I want the money to go to Alex, who has a 6-figure student loan debt.
Yeah, totally.
Bailey, in passing, says, oh, well, c'est la vie. And Andrew doesn't know what that means. He and Jeremy are really made for each other. Remember, he didn't know what...
rendezvous.
Rendezvous, yeah.
Both French.
Yeah. I mean, come on, those are hardly French at this point.
Yeah, it's like French fries.
Yes.
They're as French as French fries.
Everyone knows c'est la vie. I'm sorry, they do. Okay, it's the evening now. Jesse announces the couple with the fewest daggers, and therefore the winners are Alex and Andrew. So they're safe. And then this is our cliffhanger, Andy. There's no rose ceremony to be seen, although I really was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I really got into this episode around
there was good build.
2/3 in. I was really like, okay, so we have our preview now. The eliminated contestants return. So Sean is, he's got a bone to pick.
Yeah.
And turns out it'll be the money or love. How do you think that's going to work?
That doesn't make sense.
Do you have thoughts on that?
I mean,
you had very strong opinions last night.
You obviously take the money.
Well, okay, explain. You're going to look bad, though.
No, I'm not, because I'm going to explain myself.
Okay.
I'm only going to look bad to the most unbelievable virtue signaling assholes.
Okay.
If you have a choice between love or money, how do they deny you love if you take the money? What do they follow you around and they have like some sort of a contract where you're not allowed to be seen with this person?
So what you're saying is you take the money and then afterwards you get back together.
You get back together the next day.
But maybe there's a clause where it's like you can't get back together.
How do they do that? So okay.
No, but think about it, it's like the ring. It's like at the end of Bachelor or Bachelorette, you get this $100,000.
When do you get the money?
Ring.
When are they giving you the money? What's the terms of this contract? When do you get the $500,000? If it takes longer than a month for you to get that $500,000, this is a bullshit contest. You should get it right on the spot.
Oh, I'm sure you don't.
Okay, so how long does it take to get the $500,000?
I bet you don't get it until after a year of being.
A year?
When you win America's Got Talent, you get the prize money over 25 years or something.
Okay, well, a year changes things a little bit.
It absolutely does.
That does change things. Well,
but they have to have some sort of a clause in there.
But what if you just said, I'm friends. We're friends. And the only thing you do that is not, easy is you don't show PDA. You don't hold hands in public. You don't make out in public. You don't post on social media the vacation you took together. You just hang out like your friends. Then you go home, you bang.
This is you bang. I feel like this is too easy a loophole. I feel like there's got to be some term about this. It's too easy to be like, I take the money and we're just going to get back together when we're home. Plus, also, maybe the person doesn't want to get back together with you because you did that.
What if you just whisper in their ear, let's take the money and stay together?
That is interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall for some of the conversations had between these couples when they're not mic'd, the cameras are off.
Take the money and stay together.
They're all sleeping in the same bed. You think they're not whispering about stuff?
If we were on this show together,
yeah.
Are you trying to tell me that we wouldn't say, let's just take the money and stay together? What's the downside? You look like a jerk.
You're assuming we know each other as well as we know each other and that we're in that setting, but they don't, they're still feeling each other out. They're still kind of just following their gut. They don't really know each other outside of this environment. Plus, I got to say, there is something humiliating about.
Yeah, that's it. It's the shame.
It's the humiliation.
It's the telling the old lady off.
Yeah, if I were there with you and you're like, okay, I'm going to take the money and like break up with you, but we're going to get back together
so
when
you
I'm
care
home.
about your image.
I don't know if image is the right word, but it's like you want this idea that love conquers all. You do.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you do. But
Okay.
I see
This
your
is
point.
bullshit.
I see your point.
You're-
Okay, so you want me to break up with you and I take the money?
No, we're both getting the money. We're splitting it.
I know.
Why do you get the money?
Well, what I'm saying is who's doing the breaking up?
So they give it to the person who breaks up.
Of course.
Oh.
I'm assuming.
Oh, so you're saying the partner of the person, that doesn't make any sense. So who gets the choice? Oh, what if they mutually take the money? Then they split it.
I don't think it works.
So you're saying they ask one person in the couple, what do you want to do?
I think it's going to be you. If you choose the money and the other person chooses the money, no one gets the money.
Oh.
And if you choose to, I don't think there's an option to split it.
So you both take the money.
No,
Everyone
you can't
takes,
take that. You can't both take the money, Andy, because then neither of you get the money.
So you say, I'm going to take the money. You don't worry about it. You know what a gentleman would do? A gentleman would take the money. They take the shame. They split the money. And then 6 months down the road, you're back. Everything's fine. On reality TV, your goal is to be as famous as possible. If you want to be, if you care. But the fact of the matter is, when let's say, I'm me. I took the money on TV. I was like, oh, you terrible. You're evil. He's going to hell.
You basically can't go on social media for 2 years.
When I walk in the street, you think people are like, oh my God, there's the guy who took the money. Let's get him. No. You're like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Oh my God, I loved you on TV. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Okay.
You take the money, and you stay together. Period.
I know.
And who cares? You become a villain. You become the best villain. That's great.
You say that, but when this happened at the end of Bachelor Pad, let me tell you.
What happened to the guy?
Well, if social media had existed, I think people would.
What happened to him now? Where is it? What's he doing now?
Well, also, where's the money now, though?
Yeah,
Did the money
spent
change
it on goods and services for himself. And nothing about his life changed. Nothing except that good money he got.
Yeah. Okay. I'm only playing devil's advocate. It's not a good look to do it, but I also think it's something most people would do. I do think the dream is to do exactly what you're saying. So you're whispering at night, the cameras and mics are off, and you're like, okay, if we have this kind of option, you're gonna take the money, you break up with me, and we're gonna get back together.
And you sort it out. For example, if I said to you, which I would, I'd say, Sharleen, I got an idea. Yeah, take your mic off. Let's talk about this. Go in the closet.
Yeah.
And I say, I'm going to take the money. I'll take the heat. It's all on me. I'm the dick. We'll split the money, and we date. We just don't really do any PDA in public for a while, and then we start back hot and heavy. And you say, no, I don't want to do that. I'm in love with you. I don't want any of that stuff.
Would it make you see me differently if I did
wouldn't take the money.
Wow, such a hero. But you would tell an old lady to go herself.
Oh, for 500 grand? Come on. And you know what? You know who would agree with me 100%? That old lady. Do you know an old lady who would think that I did the wrong thing?
If there's one thing I know about little old ladies who want to cross the street, it's that they like to be treated with respect, Andy.
Right.
You should respect your elders.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'll say about that.
All right,
Okay, we'll move on, Andy, to our episode MVP. This one's a little harder this week, actually.
I'm going to give it to Kat.
So I thought about giving it to Kathy because she really did do some game playing here. But I at the end of the day, I don't think keeping Keith makes for good TV as much as I like Keith. I didn't really do anything right for the episode. So yeah, I guess I'm going to agree with you. It's either Kat or Dale.
Yeah, I think Kat and Dale.
Yeah,
maybe.
Kat and Dale.
Yeah.
Kale wins.
Tie.
Okay, Andy, who's your A game winner?
I mean, I have to give it to Dale.
For kind of winning us over slightly.
I mean, the whole thing with the flies at the table, he handled that as well as it could be handled, I think. And the thing with the bugs again. I mean, basically bugs.
Yeah,
his bug game is very strong.
Didn't it almost feel like they had like a big like net of flies like right in his cats over there, send them out. Okay, finally, Andy, who would we go for? I mean, I guess you would still go for Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you also would rather a 5-star resort than camping.
Yeah, we got along great.
Yeah, you are aligned. Okay, Andy, who do you think I would go for?
You are going to go for the person you actually did go for in real life.
What does that mean?
I don't know what
People are going to read into that.
I was trying to do something clever there. And it was just dumb.
Yeah.
You're going for Andrew.
Yes,
You're going for
I'm
Andrew.
still going for Andrew.
Okay.
I think he's incredibly endearing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think they're cute. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if it's like not enough about wanting to rip clothes off. I just thought it was so cute. Also so cute when Alex is like, do you have a boner? And he's like, oh, now you're telling the whole world.
It was cute. They're cute. They're funny.
It's a good fourth wall breakage. I love them together.
And you know what? Let me tell you something. When all the goofiness goes away, the jitters, the early stage jitters that they both seem to have,
Yeah.
they're going to have some big passion.
Well, Andy, that is a wrap for this recap.
All right.
If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram, and
TikTok.
leave us Apple and
Spotify.
podcast ratings and reviews. Tell your friends, and generally do all the things you would do to support a podcast you enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Oh, you took your time. Ruby. Oh, Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, she went to
She's
you
been
today.
going to you the last 3 weeks.
Okay. Not that you've been keeping track. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Do Your Shandy. Bye-bye.